I do, and welcome to Paul and Lynn's Isle of Man tour 2015, part 15. So we're just leaving Lower Foxdale, and as you can see there on the A3. Now the A3 forms part of the TT course, but not this part of the A3. So this part takes us to Glen, Helen, which is on the TT course, and then we take a walk through to the Glen. That'll be on part 16. The last time that I was in the Glen Helen, I seem to remember there being a cafeteria, and we thought, well, we could have a walk and get some lunch. So that's what we decided to do. So that's on the next part. So as I said, we're going through Lower Foxdale. They've dressed this road, as you can see, in chip-ins. The chip-ins by this time weren't so bad. They weren't loose or anything, but they've yet to mark the road, as you can see. So overall, as I said, the roads on the Isle of Man were quite good. Some really bad ones, but on the whole not too bad. Just gotta have your wits about you. But when now I'm just breaking off. If you go left here, where that car is just coming out, that takes you down to Tynwald Hill. Now Tynwald Hill is where every year in July, I think it is, can't just remember offhand the date, where they have Tynwald Day, and it's an annual event where all the new laws, the Manx government, which, as I said, it's independent from the rest of the UK, and all the laws and everything are brought to the public's notice. It's a big event, and in the past, the royal family have attended, and I always remember in 1979, when I was with my mum and dad and my brother, Tynwald Day that year was celebrating 1,000 years of the Isle of Man's government. Apparently 1979 wasn't exactly 1,000 years, but somebody decided that 79 seemed like a fairly accurate year to go for. So it was a big event. The Queen was there with Prince Philip, and there was a whole raft of events taking place whilst we were there. One of them, notably, was at Peel, on the west of the island. They reenacted when the Vikings came ashore in a ship called Odin's Raven. Now here is a photograph of Odin's Raven. Now that's an actual photograph of it from the day in 1979. So as I said, there was a lot going on that year for the millennium, the Manx millennium that is, and I have a big framed picture that Mum and Dad bought of Odin's Raven, and there is actually a mistake. I can't just remember now what the mistake is. There's a printing error on the actual date on the picture, and it was always a source of laughter when it was on the wall at home with this date. so yeah. So as I said, Tynwald Hill, you will see that later on in this series. We do pay a visit to Tynwald Hill, but if you wish to have a look at it, what it looks like, by all means Google it, look at the image. Tynwald, that's Tynwald, Tynwald Hill. And the day that we went, there was nothing going on. It was just being manicured by a guy on a sit-on mower. And it's a lovely place. And at the back of it, probably quite new, wasn't there in '85, there was Tynwald shopping mill. I mean, the mill will have been there, the old mills, and but whether it was a shopping outlet back in '85, I very much doubt it, because those have sprung up everywhere now. And it was, we had a look. We were hoping to excuse me, hoping to see some souvenirs, but it was kind of high-end stuff and matching the area really. Very imagine people in all their sort of finery on Tynwald Day, going around the down this country lane to the shopping centre, and spending an absolute fortune on designer clothes and furniture and everything. It was nice. I mean, there was a garden bit. You can get some pretty nice garden furniture, but a little bit out of our price bracket really. So now we've just joined the A3, the TT bit of the A3, and as I said, I said before, when you're riding these roads, you think, wow, these the brave lads, and they are brave. I mean, it's a sport they enjoy doing, but nobody forces them to do that. It's pure passion for the sport, and excuse me, still got some of my residual cold, as well as deafness in my left ear. As you'll hear the CapCam videos, I will apologise in advance for some of the later CapCam. I've quite heavy cold, so I do apologise. I'll see what I can do. If it's really bad, I'll do a voiceover. So yeah, so we're coming up towards Glen, Helen now. The scenery is dramatic. I love the trees, the cottages. It's just lovely. It's a lovely road. If you're, you can just imagine riding up here at, well over 100 miles an hour. It's just, it's just amazing. So yes, in my book, they are heroes, and anybody who's watched any of the TT stuff on YouTube, we've got quite a few DVDs now of the actual, the review, onboard camera stuff, which is unbelievable now. The helicopter views. I mean, the helicopter can't keep up with these bikes. It's amazing. It just shows you the only way that they'll get in front is actually cutting corners. Which bikes, obviously have to go around the corners. So amazing. Right, so Glen Helen. As I said, it's a lovely glen, but as we found out, it's kind of gone back to nature really. There is a beautiful restaurant at the beginning of the walk, which makes sense kind of really. But as I say, I seem to remember there being a cafe. If anybody knows for sure that there used to be a cafe well into the woods in the glen, well, please let me know, because my memory says that there were. But anyway, so now we're here at Glen Helen. Just a short video, this one. Right, where do we park? There's that much room. You thought, oh, where do we park? Well, it makes sense to go near the entrance, less walking. So Yeah, really nice. There's Sylvie looking splendid. What a bike. What a bike. There's Lynn with Sylvie. Yeah, wonderful bike. Very, very pleased with the performance. Right, well, thanks for watching, and as always, please share, comment, and hit the like button, and we'll see you on the next part. Okay, bye for now. Bye.